we're so excited to...
Maybe it's already on Twitter by now.
Hey, all right. Well, let's talk about what was on Twitter earlier today. Lots of talk about the idea, or really what's happening is it looks like you guys are remaking the original game, and this is like a ground-up remake. Is that right?
That's right. We wanted to give people the definitive version of the first game that wasn't encumbered by any technology. Wanted to find a way to get even closer to our original vision, and we're able to do it on the PS5 and PC. And instead of talking about it, let's look at it.
All right, let's take a look at The Last of Us Part 1.
So why'd you leave Boston?
I've been on quite the adventure, little brother.
I reckon it's got something to do with that girl.
It's got everything to do with that little girl.
You know, I've never been this close. It's the outside.
So is that everything you hoped for?
Can't be any worse out there. Can it?
Once upon a time, I had somebody that I cared about. And in this world, that's good for one thing. Get you killed.
I can take care of myself.
How many close calls have we had? If I get into trouble down there, you make every shot count.
I got this.
Hope you know how to use that thing.
I've had some practice.
Truly one of my favorite games of the past decade. Guys, what's your reaction to that?
Yeah, we hadn't seen that yet.
Yeah, you're watching it in real time.
Yeah.
It's because you did these. These performances you did a decade ago.
Yeah.
You didn't go back in. I mean, you used the original performances.
Yeah,
right?
actually, we came up with a process where we could take the original animation that we did for the faces and kind of like retarget it on these new rigs that have a lot more fidelity. And then the animators went back and
We're
studied.
seeing side by sides here, just how much it has changed. That you went and you redid the models and rebuilt everything.
Everything was rebuilt from the ground up. Same art director, re-art directed the whole thing from the ground up. But the great thing about these faces is that they're closer to the original performance. All the animators went and studied those videos and got it closer to what you did on set than we could have achieved before. And that's just like one of the things we could talk about, like this brand new AI, like all the combat is redone. Just the fidelity of everything, 60 frames per second, all the stuff you're getting on the PS5. Again, we wanted to give, knowing because of the show, because they're all new players for PS5 and PC, we wanted them to have the definitive version of The Last of Us.
Amazing. Well, now you guys get to replay. I mean, when was the last time you guys played the game?
I actually played it again just to refresh my memory before working on the show.
I was just a glutton for punishment, and I went straight from playing
never
part
played
one straight into part two. And so the last time that I played literally would have been 2 years ago, since we're celebrating the anniversary of part two coming out. So I mean, it looks like I'm definitely going to be up for another playthrough with this.
I can't wait to go back because it was.
I can't wait.
You guys did such an amazing job on that original game, and
It's really, when you play it, when you see it in motion, it's really night and day from what it used to be.
I imagine that think of The Last of Us 2 combat, but kind of that back in The Last of Us 1.
Well, it's the whole, like, all the new animation system, the new AI system, everything we've learned on, like, Uncharted 4, Last of Us 2, we apply to this, again, to give that definitive version. Just to give a quick shout out, this project is headed up by Matthew Gallant and Shauna Skye.
Okay.
And you'll hear a lot more about it and see a lot more about it over the coming weeks leading up to the release September 2nd on PS5.
All right.
And shortly thereafter on PC.
We will look forward to it. Now, Neil, you've talked a lot about games directed by other people. What are you directing? You still making games?
Still making games.
Okay.
I haven't given up my day job. It's a little early to talk about it. Maybe if someone in PlayStation wants to leak it, then we can talk about it now. Otherwise, we'll save it.
But you do have a new project.
Do have a new project, but we'll save it for another Summer Game Fest.
Okay. Okay, well, we'll see. We'll try and save it. All right. Troy, Ashley, Neil, thank you so much for dropping by Summer Game Fest, and I am so excited that The Last of Us is returning, as you said, in September. So thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Jeff.
Awesome. All right, well, that is going to do it. Thank